I think we need to turn this on its head. There's been a lot of conventional reporting about the Taliban 5. These were never people that were in the field. These are important people, but they were largely paper pushers. The Taliban is not al-Qaeda, and al-Qaeda is not ISIS. So the Taliban is going to be a feature of Afghan politics well into the future. But that's part of the uncomfortable and not discussed enough part of some of the Guantanamo prisoners, is that they're political prisoners as much as they are military or national security holds for us. It's an incorrect assessment to think that we gave up something great that we wanted to keep to get Bergdahl back.
All right. I mean, this is just a sick liberal take, ladies and gentlemen, on the fact that the 5 Taliban thugs were political prisoners, and so are the others at Gitmo, and it was no big deal because the Taliban really isn't a big deal. Joining us now, conservative blogger, investigative reporter, founder of thegatewaypundit.com, Jim Hoft. Hello, Jim.
Hi, Steve. How's it going?
Good, good. I want to get to something first before we get to any of that stuff, and this is, you know, to me, Barack Obama, I'm sorry, he despises Benjamin Netanyahu. He has a problem, and that's putting it nicely, with Israel, and I believe he has a problem with a lot of Jews. Yet, and I think it speaks to that, and to me it just reinforces it when I talk about the story that you have posted on your site, which is that Obama told one of his former close advisor, David Axelrod, you know, I think I'm the closest thing to a Jew that has ever sat in this office. For people to say I'm anti-Israel or even worse, anti-Semitic, it hurts. You talk about chutzpah. My goodness.
Right. That was unbelievable, wasn't it? And it follows up yesterday's quote where he says that the world respects us more since he's been in office. I think there's something terribly wrong going on in his mind right now. It's a bit scary because it seems so detached from reality.
No, well, that's usually the way he is, and you're right. He gave a speech the other day, and he talked about how, you know, when he came into office, America wasn't in good standing in the world. Now we're liked more than ever, and liked by whom?
Right. Respected by who? You see Russia moving into East Europe. You see China moving into the South China Sea. You see ISIS taking over 2 countries. I don't know who's respecting us more.
Yeah, and Russia, I think you probably said at the beginning, and even Iran, who's negotiating with us while they say they're going to kill us all.
It's unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. You wrote a piece about how after 6 years of Obamacare, 5 things you need to know. And I'm sorry, about after 5 years of Obamanomics, as you called it, 5 things you need to know. And, you know, the misconception, that the economy is doing well because the unemployment rate is back down in the 5s. You know, and I know, and economists know, that that's so misleading because people have either taken crummy jobs when they used to have great ones, or they've given up.
Yeah, absolutely. We have the highest or the lowest participation rate in the workforce today that we've seen since the 1970s, since Jimmy Carter. We have a GDP that now is negative 0.7, the worst first quarter ever for a president. And so I put this post up actually with my twin brother who lives in Hong Kong. He's a vice president of a major insurance firm over there. And I put it up because I wanted to just start to get the message out there just how awful this guy has been as president. I don't know if the GOP is planning on doing something like this, but I thought I would, because he really has a record that we need to just, we need to let people understand what he's done to this country.
Absolutely. And the GOP, as you know, Jim, is so poor at getting the message out, whether it's an individual candidate, whether it's the party. Look what Bernie Sanders said. You remember what happened when Aiken made his real rape comments in 2012? Every Republican was guilty by implication. The convention became the convention of rapists in Tampa, according to the media and the left. Bernie Sanders now, it turns out, wrote, women like to be gang raped by 3 men at the same time while they're having sex with they fantasize about it while they're having sex with their partner. And where is it? Who's talking about it?
They're just not. And yet at the same time, Steve, you'll notice that the Duggar family has been in the news lately. And what the CNN and some other news organizations have done is trying to implicate the Republican presidential field and tie them to the Duggar family.
I know one guy stood next to someone in the family and took a picture. And so that's problematic. I saw that. I think it was CNN yesterday.
Right. It's crazy.
It is crazy. It is insane. Go ahead. No, I thought you wanted to add to that. You know, where's Hillary? Where's Hillary coming out denouncing what Bernie Sanders wrote?
She doesn't have to, obviously.
Obviously not. And when Chuck Todd interviewed Sanders, he asked him one question on it, the last question of the interview, and Sanders said, well, it was 40 years ago and it was poorly written, and Chuck Todd said, okay, thank you very much. Crazy stuff. Hey, Jim, great stuff. It's thegatewaypundit.com. Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks a lot, Steve.
All right, Give Me 5 is next, folks. Don't go away. We're coming back.